if I go back to 10 years time and talk to yourself, what is the one advice you will give to yourself?
So this year I'm 34 years old, so 10 years ago I'm 24. So I would tell myself that, the mistake that you're going to make every day is going to shape you in the 10 years from now. And I'm going to tell myself, that the mistake that you made when you was young, it wasn't a mistake. It's going to shape who you are in the future.
So 10 years ago, actually I was just a new Christian. I remember I just believed in Christ for maybe like less than 1 year. So I want to tell myself to read Bible. Yeah, read Bible, do devotion, and serve in the church. If I can, I really hope that now I see a lot of 20s youngsters, they're able to come to this platform to learn. So how great I have learned this 34 years when I was 24 years. But it's never too late, I know, to learn. But if I'm going back, I probably will teach myself this. So that, yeah, I can grow. Yeah.
For me, actually yesterday, last week, actually the pastor shared these things to me. It's about failure. So that actually really amazed me. That actually is a volume that's quite long. I just read a few ones that has really changed the whole perspective. Because we are always struggle is sometimes it's not about the things that happen. It's about the perspective that we have. So that actually the poem that's quite long, I just share with you. He said that if you never feel pain, then how will you know that I am a healer? This is God's poem. If you never went through difficulty, how would you know that I am a believer? If you never have a trial, how could you call yourself a overcomer? If you never feel sadness, how would you know that I am a comforter? If you never make a mistake, how would you know that I am a forgiving? If you never were in trouble, how would you know that I will come to your rescue? Actually, it's go on. So I think there's a whole perspective change for me in the compared 10 years ago. Is I always looking at the things is more negative way. So now I think with all this volume that actually I feel that every I call the what Haw Choon say, everything that happen is for us to grow to be a better leader or a better person in life. So don't take at the challenges and problems so negatively. I think that is actually the thing that I learned. So if I can go back 10 years ago, now there is something that.
Wow, very good.
Actually, why you guys may think that we prepare or not was I for situation. I said, all of you are so experienced on stage, and you throw the question that they can just offhand answer and get more wisdom and wiser, especially to be a more understanding mom and wife, because I know my three of them, they struggle when I was negative badly that time, because I had a short term of postnatal depression after my first girl was born, and that time not so good knowledge to know that I can go for psychiatrist treatment, or even know then there's a big cost to go to see a doctor because it's a long-term thing. Then I really thankful that my life, I was so blurred and lead me with bad temper and everything, and mold me to be who I am better now. I'm still learning because I know I'm reading a book. It's called the Attitude book, And just yesterday I came across this phrase. I say, you are negative thinking. You are okay with it. You are thinking your surrounding, everyone also should be like you. But you wouldn't feel that yourself is affecting people. So this is really impact me that I really affected my 2 girls and my logo. And and still so it's just that I came to realize earlier than those who are having the same issue now. I came to realize past 7-8 years. Then I know. Then we talk about it because I know it's not easy with the workload, with the pressure, with the stress, and my girl with the stress too. So if the past, rewind back 10 years, then I will learn to be more wise and more understanding of own issues first. Then I can try to explain to them, hey look, I have this issue. You have to tolerate with me, you have to help me to overcome it. This is the thought that always in my mind even today.
Right, thank you. Very good.
For me, 10 years ago, I was 21 and it was my first time going overseas because I worked in the Maldives for like 3 years. And it was, I feel so young then and I feel a bit scared because I have never traveled overseas, and also not just traveling, but I will work outside of the Philippines away from my family. So I would tell myself to stay faithful, appreciate your season, and keep on dreaming. I think first why I said stay faithful, because when I look at my life now, I'm like, see, I told you, you don't need to look at the other guys, but I know you will meet this very handsome man after 2 years and he will give you 2 kids, 2 girls. Oh wow, yeah, that's right. So I really think, yeah, as young as you are, with whatever task that given to you or whatever talents or opportunity given to you, you have to stay faithful in that. Maybe during the time I've been thinking that I want to actually improve in because I was working in the hotel, and so I really want to climb up. I want to be into manager and then spend more years in the hotel industry. But then actually, that is not God's plan for my life. He has a better, greater plan for me. So I would tell myself to don't just trust your own understanding or whatever you can see at that moment, because there is something greater waiting ahead of you.
Wow, amazing. For me, the 10 years now I'm 35, it will be 25. I think that time I started my business about 2 years. I think the one advice I want to give myself, I got 2. One is really start the John1010 Accountability Group there. Because we really start like 3-4 years. I can imagine if I start 10 years ago, and now I think life will be even better. But I think now I really enjoy the season of life right now. But I think that's why my question is actually not even, I can use the word better. The answer is that I cannot imagine where we will be right now. So I think that's very exciting. I always enjoy the life that you don't know. It's positively, you don't know where you're going to be because you know it's going to be exciting. But if everything you know already, it's not so exciting anymore. So I think that is one advice that I will give myself to start the group. Then second advice is career. I think I will ask myself to start the consulting there, because I start first 2 years I'm doing advertising, design, branding. So I slowly only moved to consulting and coaching. So I think I should start earlier, because the moment I start really transform my life and transform many companies and friends. So I think that's my advice that I will give myself. Right? Okay, good. How do you hope you will change as a person in the future? Or the other way is, how does CC 2.0, Lai Yee 2.0, Haw Choon 2.0, Celine 2.0, Coney 3.0 look like? How does the next version of you look like? How do you want it to be? Okay.
Actually, I find it a bit tough question. Yeah, 3.0, 3K. I think for me, when I thought of this, I want to see see a Connie that is wiser and achieving more and also touching more lives, I think. And also a Connie that is a mother who has more understanding and wisdom. So I think that's what I see myself of, not much more on the career side, but maybe in the particular season of my life right now, I'm going to have my second baby, so I think it's probably in the season of motherhood, and also at the same time touching lives of women around me, which I always wanted to do, which I always enjoyed doing. And in order to be able to be like that, I really think that wisdom is very important in there. That's why the connection that I have with God will just help me improve in that area.
Very good, thank you.
As for me, very simple and down to earth. Stay healthy and worry free, because this is common to everyone, which when they are getting age, then they don't want to be a burden to the next generation or whoever family member. This is my wish, because some of them know my main artery last year had some issue. So this is my wish, if you ask me what is next. And another thing is to be a friend to the daughters is not easy, but I'm glad that they take me as a friend now, and also hope that if they have their own family, I won't be a burden or an argument to their family. This is my wish.
Alright, I would like to add on that. I already see a 3.0 of Lai Yee. Seriously, I think all of us can see a 3.0. Maybe you don't want to admit it, but we see. I think when I see the 3.0 Lai Yee as someone who are impacting a lot of marriages. Yeah, because what you are doing, not what you plan to do, what you already did and what you are doing, the table for two, the alpha marriage course, and yeah, you welcome people to your house and do this. I really see that a lot of marriage has been changed, and I see the 3.0 as that, yeah, there are maybe much more, hundreds more of marriage will be touched. There's a Hunting Darren. He's like a marriage expert, yeah. So yeah, that's what I see. Would Sissy agree? Would all of you agree?
Of course.
Yeah. Alright, good.
For myself, I hope that I will be, I will more adding value to more people's life. I'll bring more people to Christ, and I'll be I'll get the wise from God in parenting my child, and I'll be a lovely wife, and probably one of the church leaders.
Wow.